We've just gone over how even the league is. And so injuries make a huge, in this salary cap world, the injuries make a huge difference. And the number, so when you lose a significant player, it's much harder to balance. There aren't as many deep teams to have systems that excel no matter what. You look at some really good coaches and they appear to excel with a system even if they lose players, but it's much harder. RG3, we don't even know what kind of player he is, and the fact of the matter is KC3 might be a better fit for Washington right now anyway. I don't think anybody else is saying Brian Football and KC3 except this show. Yeah. So RG3 down, Deshaun Jackson down, Griffin going to be out sometime, Deshaun Jackson down, Ryan Matthews down. Who else, Jason?
No Sean Marino, Mark Ingram.
AJ Green.
Yeah.
Michael just mentioned No Sean Moreno and
Mark Ingram and even Lamar Miller on the Dolphins. Spencer Tillman for the Bears went down.
Doug Martin was out.
Doug Martin was out, although Bobby Rainey played really well. And the fact is Bobby Rainey might be better than Doug Martin. Mm-hmm. So that might not be.
Oh,
devastated. I said Spencer
Tillman. Yeah, Charles Tillman with the
how I could have made that mistake.
I think he re-aggravated his tricep, which he did from 2013. Just look at the picture. He's just devastated.
Last thing about injuries that I want to say this week, because the most insignificant game of the week, the game that nobody paid attention to, which I always like to try and talk about, was that fairly dramatic at the end Ram-Buccaneer game, but nobody cared unless you bet on it.
You think that was less significant than Texans-Raiders?
I do. The Raiders are always a thing, and the Texans might be good.
They're 2-0.
They're 2-0, and they've been dominating defensively. But it's close, it's competitive. But yes, I think Rams-Buccaneers is less significant. That game ends with a Greg Zuerlein field goal to give the Rams a 19-17 lead. The Buccaneers have no timeouts, very little time, but Josh McCown, who has struggled all game, Josh McCown, thank you. Yeah. Josh McCown has struggled.
For Cade McNown and Spencer Tillman.
So Josh McCown then completes a significant pass to the 32-yard line to Mike Evans with about 13 seconds to play. Enough time to run up and spike the ball and try to kick a 50-yard field goal with their rookie kicker, which he'd probably miss. But enough time to do it. But they ran the 10 seconds off the clock because Mike Evans was hurt, and he wasn't faking it. He was hurt. He looked like he might have a concussion. He got hit hard, and he was down. And I get that they don't want to rule that you run 10 seconds off without a timeout with an injury. But it seems like a silly rule because Mike Evans tried desperately to get up and run off the field or stand somewhere. He seemed to know. Like I heard criticism here, he's a young player. First of all, you're hurt, you stay down. And secondly, he did seem to know, but he was really hurt. So that's a silly rule, and I don't know how they fix it because we don't.
I was thinking about it afterwards. How do you fix that rule?
Yeah, I don't know. But that said, it's a silly rule because we tried to get Mike Evans up, and there's Josh McCown yelling at him, get up, get up, get up, before McCown maybe realizes, oh, he can't. He doesn't know where he is.
Yeah. So, I think it's unfixable. I think people would fake injuries. It would turn into the other football, whatever, the soccer, and that would be bad for the NFL. It would happen all the time. This probably doesn't happen very often. It's really bad luck, though.